Hello there folks, my name's Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 77 of Elden Ring Reforged Master Mode. Let's get back into this. So it looks like we were clearing out the madness area, and that's what I'm remembering doing. So, first recording of the day, just trying to remember what I did last night. And yes, I think we need to take some stuff out down here. Obviously we have the scarab there. That might require codex. And then we have the rats. Will this hit this rat? Okay, good. Want to lure the rats out and fight them over here because I will get bum rushed by them otherwise. I got greedy. Don't get greedy. Greedy bad. Okay, greedy worked out. We still have the baby rats around, but they are not as threatening as the big rat is. So, yeah, I think if I approach from this angle, I'll push him over this way, which will be a little bit easier. Yeah, large incantation scarab, awesome. Are you fucking kidding me? There we go. Frenzy burst unlocked. The bloody wall bounce is there though. Man, I hate wall bounce. Wall bounce drives me up the bloody wall. It makes me bounce off it. Just gotta head down here real quick. There is an item here. It is a stone sword key. Obviously, we don't need all those. It'll be interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting if they limited the amount of stone sword keys in the mod. So there were exactly enough stone sword keys to unlock all the stone sword key related things. So if you wanted to get all the stone sword key related things, you'd actually have to go find all the stone sword keys. I think it'd be a little bit annoying for certain people to deal with, but it'd be fun for me and no one else. Although I guess you have the issue of like some of them are in certain areas. Right, we need to pull a bow out. If we shoot these small ones with fire, they kind of blow up. These are black Miranda sprouts, so the small ones will blow up. The big ones, when lit on fire, do that. They have a cooldown on it though, so they don't do that, you know, endlessly, so you do have to be careful of it though, it does hurt a lot. And the camera does not like it either. It might be safe for me just to not do it. Yeah, I think I'll avoid using the fire buff in future. Okay, get behind them because they're gonna burst out. Okay, get away from that. We don't want to be maddened. Let's mark him. Can still shoot them with fire if we're at a distance and we'll be fine. Here we go. Black Miranda Blossom. Lovely. They do drop the Eyes of Yellow, so there is a fumble source of those. I'm not sure if that's a vanilla thing or a mod thing. I'm leaning towards mod thing. I'm fairly sure Eyes of Yellow were limited in vanilla. Which always kind of rubbed me the wrong way that consumable items were limited because of the crafting materials. Like it just, I don't know. It's yeah. Particularly for, like, if you're playing, like, the PvP, like, where's the incentive not to just cheat? and spawn in items. Because it's way easier than farming, and some items are just ludicrous. Okay, let's get out before we get maddened. Shoot another fire arrow to get rid of that. There we go. Even in PvE, like the whole RPG thing where you pick up like a million different types of potions, and then you reach the end game, you still had those million different potions because you didn't want to use them, because you were waiting for the time to use them, and the time to use them was every other time in your journey you were struggling. It's like that with the crafting materials, I've found. I don't want to use them because it's a pain in the ass getting more crafting materials. Oh, looks like the smaller ones can drop the Eyes of Yellow as well. Awesome. I think ERR has done a decent job at making it so craftables aren't quite so tedious to use. They're still kind of annoying though. Run. Like, I'm fairly sure, like, some casual players of Elden Ring have only done, like, you know, maybe just a few playthroughs, if that. There's probably some, you know, consumables and farmables and stuff like that, probably stuff like that I've just never seen. I think I watched a video on the magic golem arrows, which in vanilla, the magic golem arrows drop from exactly 2 different magic golems at a rather low drop chance, and they're just worse than the regular golem arrows. Golem grey arrows, sorry. So, yeah, why would you ever bother to farm them? Why would you ever use them? Because, you know, farming them is so difficult. Sort of, yeah. I think farming is important, it's good. I do like farming at times, but it really depends on the type of game. And I think, you know, one of the things that ERR did is the protection against duplication, which is really, really nice. So you can farm a full armor set and it won't take you an eternity. But, yeah. Not really a thing in vanilla, and I hope there's something From does improve on in the future. Because farming is not very fun in these games. Particularly in Elden Ring, just because of the lack of items for actually farming. You have your arcane stat, which you just, if you're farming, make it 99. Then you have the Silver Scarab? Yep, Silver Scarab. That also boosts your item find, and then the Silver Pickled Fellfoot or the other silver thingy from the DLC. I think they may stack, I'm not too sure. Might just be one of them at once, I'm not too sure, honestly, I can't remember. But yeah, essentially that's all you have to make farming easier, and there's not much. There's no Mimic Head in Elden Ring, unfortunately. Oh shit. Like, where's the next one? Oh. I think I could hear another one making noise. Oh no, that's the mausoleums over there. Okay. I thought it was one of them doing the headbutting move. Wow, actually have different moves. I can't get around you. Oh, now I can. Thank you. Beautiful. A 2500. That's a different one. Holy shit. That's a really nice one. 400. At least Elden Ring doesn't have covenants. Well, I think covenants would have been pretty cool for the multiplayer, but like covenant farming was always a pain in the ass. I've done covenant farming for Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. I did the achievement grind for both those, and yeah, not fun. Dark Souls 2 especially, I think everyone who's done the achievement grind for Dark Souls 3 has reoccurring nightmares about staircases. You spend so damn long farming Proofs of the Concord kept. It is ridiculous. And I'm trying to see if there's any rune pieces around here. Oh, there's one. I was thinking there should be one here. It's a dead-end path. Gotta be one. There we go. And I think there's down the iron cell, the upper iron cell, there is more of the Black Miranda flowers for the madness stuff. Oh, there's one here as well that I missed. There's actually a lot here. Holy crap, how did I miss all these? Like, some games do good with farming. Like, farming can be the whole point of the game. If you look at, like, a looter shooter, like Borderlands game or something like that. Like, yeah, farming's the whole point of it. I think RPGs do need some form of farming for rare items and stuff, but I think that's probably the problem with Elden Ring's farming, is none of the items are, like, particularly good for how rare they are. Like, yeah, you can farm, you know, most weapons and armor from enemies, but, like, none of the armor's really going to be any better than any other. Like, the best armor in the game is the Bull Goat set, and you can just do a quest for that. So, like, there's not going to be any farming for better armor. All the weapons are sort of all on the same sort of scale. Like, some are slightly better, some are slightly worse, but they're all on sort of the same level of each other to keep them balanced. So there's not going to be any weapons that you can farm that are going to be any better than any others. And so I guess that's kind of the problem with the farming, is what's the point? Okay, you could maybe say that the point of the farming in Elden Ring is to not farm, is to sort of just get those lucky drops and have a different weapon for a playthrough. But Elden Ring does a really poor job of incentivizing killing enemies, which is another issue I've mentioned. Because you don't get much runes for killing enemies, and the item drops tend to be so low, and so unlikely that there's not much point doing it, so, yeah. Kind of a bit of shitty situation there. I guess we could head down to this area next. We have that to do. We do have the current study hall, for Miriam. And we have Smaragd stuff down here, and the Omen and stuff as well, actually. Okay. Got a few things. Let's go to the Eastern Tableland? No, let's go to Church of Vows. Church of Vows is closer. Okay, a nice, horrible rainy morning in Liurnia, which is typical. And let's go see about this area over here. This should be interesting. These enemies are pretty scary. So the Old Palace Ruins, we already saw this. Technically up there, Old Palace Ruins is just like this big area. Wait, can I get the lightning on a crit? No, I can't. Damn it. So yeah, these enemies can combo their attacks pretty well together, so you gotta be a bit careful of that. Plus they have some pretty deadly ranged attacks. They're not very healthy though, which is interesting. Oh yeah, see, that's half the issue with these fellas, is those arrows. If they put their arm up like that, they're essentially blocking. And so you can't combo them. I might switch weapons. Honestly, I know it sounds a bit weird because these weapons, I've said I love these weapons. And I might use them for the boss, but I think for these specific enemies, I really need those guard counters. And this weapon these weapons aren't the best for guard counters. Is this take America here? Oh my god. I didn't even click to the prompt showing up. Ow! 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 Okay. Yeah, you made your point. Yeah, I'm not to be here. Yeah. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You can have this area. I'll be back in a minute with a better weapon for guard countering. Don't get me wrong, guard counter on these is pretty good, but I need to chain those guard counters a little bit better, and I can't do that, unfortunately, with this weapon, so there we go. Just had to get away from those enemies. Let's go back to Table Lost Growth, and we'll have a look at our inventory and see what we want to do. We could just switch back to one of our old builds, like the double swords, but yeah, let's try something different. So let's go from the top. So we've got the daggers, obviously. And yeah, we have the short swords that we were using for a while there. Ordinary straight swords could be decent. They could be really, really good. That is actually really tempting. Frozen Needle. That is actually a Dex Frost weapon. I wonder if the guard counter also does the thing. Also, it has Ice Spear as its skill. Oh, that's actually really good. That's so good. Actually looking at that now, that looks actually pretty fun. Monk's Flame Mace, I guess. Also, the Scythe is potentially interesting. I kind of want to try the Frozen Needle. It's not a weapon I've ever really used, so I'll give it a shot. And it's got Ice Spear, which is interesting. Plus it's got a B scaling, so yeah, it's a pretty cool looking weapon too. I'll go for that. That could be pretty fun.
Well, I took you for no man to lay out your arms then.
What type are you? You are Somber, okay. Awesome. Huh. I can put it to no skill? But I can't change the affinity. That makes sense, okay. Could tell my runes and look at leveling up. I don't think I need to. Should be good with this. Cool. We'll give this a shot and see how this performs. I'm actually kind of interested in this weapon. This is what I really, really like about the upgrade system in ERR, is it's just really easy to switch weapons around. I'm always a fan of systems like this, which is why I always liked when Cinders removed reinforcement. I think reinforcement is an okay system, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Particularly in an open world like this, like, so many weapons to try. So why would I want to just stick with one? I want to upgrade many different weapons. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. Also, yeah, the strong attacks do that. And I have Ice Spear. Nice. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna see that Frostbite proc too often, but yeah, this is actually pretty solid. Nice. I might pull out the buckler so I can one-hand. Do I have a no-skill shield, actually? I should have a no-skill shield. Shield bash, parry, parry, parry. No-skill, the Iron Round Shield. We can, yeah, have that on, just so that we have something that we can do our Ice Spear with. I'm just going to ignore these flowers, which seems odd for me. But we need to get round here as quickly as possible before we get shot. I can't get off the horse. I am stuck on Torrent. I cannot get off him. It will not let me. Oh shit. That was pretty close. You want to pull the axe out and come and fight me? Thank you. Oh, this is really good. This is really fun. I like this playstyle. Decent crit too. Yeah, 110 crit. That's really good. Nice. I always have to check. I'm like, am I still on master mode? It's like, yep, the icon's still under the bar. I'm still on master mode. Definitely gets easier as you go along, but, you know, still got moments where a boss will come along and kick my ass. Okay. I got a little bit stuck on a ledge there. Hey, I got his pants. I'm always for a good pair of pants. Oh, this is so satisfying. These enemies are really fun to fight when you get the guard counters for them down. The only redeeming factor of the Ancestral Spirits. They didn't have a fun combat loop guard countering them, then I would hate them. Because they are really annoying to fight if you don't guard counter. Just that infinite poise, it seems like. They just poise on through everything you do. And slap the shit out of you for daring to do it. Oh, where did you come from? And their long wind-ups during some attacks as well make it even better to get those sneaky guard counters and stagger them out of their combos. Really, really fun enemies. I vaguely remember during the old Explorer mode, I think Ivy was having some trouble with those particular enemies in Siofra, so I'm wondering if they got nerfed in response to that. Trying to remember where, like, rune pieces are in this area. I know where one is, but I don't remember where some of the others are. I think this item is genuinely useless until the end game. Yeah, Frenzy Flame Stone. Because it only works if you're Lord Frenzy Flame. Those who host it, yeah, so... I guess, it's not end game, it's, Lanedale game. As in, you need to get to Lanedale to use that. You need a bit Morgott as well, because you can't go down to the Frenzy Flame until after beating Morgott. So yeah, that's not happening for quite some time. So not a useful item, unfortunately. I don't think I want to host the Frenzy Flame for a single consumable anyway. I'm trying to think of where I am and where I need to go. I think we can just head into the main ruins here. I know that we're going to head up to the Black Knife Catacombs at some point, but for now this way is fine. Nicholas Lily. It is dark down here. Oh. Mushrooms. Always find mushrooms in the dark. Actually. Where's the... Yeah. I feel like that attacks multiple times might be better. Oh, he's jumping. Run! I meant to jump at the end there, but I didn't. Is that it? Just 2 feet and you're done. Oh my god. Well, that was easy. Really easy. No, it's not there. There's an item I'm remembering. And I think it's up this way. Also, yeah, these ones are bellless, so they don't work on, the non-demigod. Well, they only work on the non-demigod remembrances. Demigod remembrances won't work on those. Spiral Horn, yes, immunity, robustness, and concentration. So it is essentially the immunizing horn charm in a shield. Doesn't increase them by much, but it does increase them by, you know, a pretty decent wee amount. It looks like 80? 80 per? Yeah, that looks like about 80. So, can be helpful during the situations where you need it. When you're dealing with lots of different status effects. Although, most areas, if they're dealing with status effects, you're only dealing with like 1 or 2, so... I know there are some more ancestral followers around here somewhere. Huh. Oh god. I might be dead. We'll have to see. If I can sprint? I can sprint. Okay, cool. We're fine. What's the physical block on this thing? 80. That's really good. Well, that was exciting. I almost got killed. You dropped a more important looking thing. a Jawbone Axe. Jawbone Axe is actually a pretty decent wee axe. I think it has good, good strength scaling. So B+ scaling in strength, which is pretty decent. Yeah, not as much as the Iron Cleaver, but it still is a pretty solid weapon. Looks like it has a lower stamina cost and a higher base damage, but looks a bit compared to the Iron Cleaver. Also different damage type. Probably? Yeah, strike. Yeah, strike axe. Strike is a pretty decent damage type. Obviously does good against lots of different things. It's time to go deal with the rune bear. It was always another rune bear. There's a couple in this area. Let's get this charge going. There we go. Wakey, wakey. I wonder if I'll see the frostbite proc. Probably not. Hey, I saw the frostbite proc. Nice. He landed in his own poop. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. This one really loves that grab. Easy peasy. You gave me Gravelstone again. I don't like them giving Gravelstone. It's pretty nice for lightning. Oh, hello, Jonah. Hello, buddy. What you doing under my chair? Hey? Hello? You're on my bed not 2 seconds ago. Now you're down there. What are you down there for? You've got a very happy Billy sleeping on her paper bag under the windowsill. It's warming up here, so Billy's seeming a little bit more chipper, just because she can lounge around the sun a little bit more. I think she, you know, being old, her bones probably hurt a bit, so probably getting out of the colder months and into the warmer months here is really good for her. Understandable. Okay. Oh! Room base. God damn! All the way down there is another mausoleum. I like how the mausoleums are kind of like connected in the way, because there's like one there, one here, and one up here. They're like all in this area, and they're all sort of near the underground cities as well. Except for the one in Weeping, which isn't by an underground city. Interesting. Gee, I haven't really thought about that. Now we get to deal with some more wolves and another ancestral follower. Man, that's just like 3 damage, and it's good damage too. Need to add that to the guard counter, because the guard counter not having the R2 stuff feels weird. It's nice having a free ranged attack, I've gotta say. Give me all of the things. Oh, this is another golem. God, I almost shot myself. Like, what the fuck is that? It's just this big thing moving in the distance, and it's like, oh, it's just a golem. But still, it scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I needed to delay that dodge by a metric hour or 3. I don't know. Oh, come on. Bastard. Man, you really love those. Okay, come on, character. When I push B, you're meant to get up. Thanks, camera. I couldn't actually see what was going on. Also, I have done half their health and damage without a stance break yet. What's the point of enemies that require stance breaks to kill if you can't fucking stance break them? I'm gonna kill him without a stance break. Yeah, I killed him without a stance break. Are you fucking kidding me? That felt really bad, man. And now to get one of the most important items that I will be very happy to have. It's one of the talismans, the Stalwart Horn Charm. So that one I believe is for bleed and frostbite. Yep. So not the most useful of them, but it definitely will help a lot. I need to pick up the other ones as well at some point. I forget where they are though. Like, I know where items are in terms of where they are in the map, but I don't remember like exactly what's where sometimes. If that makes sense. I knew that one specifically is there, that one I always remember. But the poison and rot one and the sleep and madness ones, I don't remember where those are. And there's... well, we've already got the Deathblight one. There's not a Horn Charm though, so it's different. A very, very sneaky Scarab back here. With a Somber 2 for us. Flower. More flower. Oh yes, I remember. These flowers are everywhere. Look at the flowers. I'm never gonna get anything done if I keep picking up flowers. Like, you don't normally see rune pieces on these rocky formations, but there is one up here. I'm apparently stuck in the middle. Torrent, how did you let this happen? What is wrong with this horse and his bloody movement? Like, you just want to move him like an inch, and he moves like 20 feet. There we go. Just one sitting up here. It's not really hidden, it's just there. And then down there, and then down here, and then down here. Nice and safe. Well, actually, no. Before we keep collecting stuff, I think that's actually a good spot to end things off. Here, we got the Grace. Got a couple things done. We're covered in blood. That's a good place to stop. So I'll say once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.